بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين أما بعد عليكم السلام ورحمة الله. Before we do nikah inshallah, we're going to move forward. الباب العشرين أو العشرون بعد المئة, chapter 120. The nikah is coming soon. This is just our normal class, inshallah, as we normally do. As soon as we finish this, then we do the nikah. Chapter 120 from Riyadh as-Saliheen states, باب استحباب ترك الترفع في اللباس تواضعا قد سبق في باب فضل الجوع وخشونة العيش جمل تتعلق بهذا الباب. وعن معاذ بن أنس رضي الله عنه أن رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم قال من ترك اللباس تواضعا لله وهو يقدر عليه دعاه الله يوم القيامة على رؤوس الخلائق حتى يخيره من أي حلل الإيمان شاء يلبسها. رواه الترمذي وقال حديث حسن. So chapter number 119 was speaking on how long a man's garment should or shouldn't be. And we explained that in detail with regards to the izar, with regards to the turban, and with regards to the sleeve. And the issue of al-isbal. We explained all of that. Of course, there are some hadiths that we didn't mention towards the end of the chapter. This is a very long chapter, in which the author spoke on those issues and other issues with regards to women. And how long should or shouldn't a woman's garment be? Is it lawful for a woman to have her garment under her ankles? Can her garment drag on the ground? Or is there also isbal for females? What's important is chapter 120 states, istihbabi tark at-tarafu'i fil libas, is that a person, when he wears clothes, he shouldn't wear clothes that are means of showing off and bragging and pride and arrogance and thinking or feeling that he's better than the next person. Tarafu'. Okay, in which the clothes that I wear signify my status that is above yours. Okay, this shouldn't be done. Tawadu'an. And a person's clothes, what he wears, should be a manifestation of humility and of humbleness. That's a recommended thing to do. Tayyib. And of course, when it comes to style and fashion, there are many things which are relative and subjective. With regards to the time, with regards to the place, and with regards to other texts. There are hadith that talk about Inna Allah idha an'ama ala abdin, when Allah blesses a slave, ahabba an yura athru ni'matihi alayhi, that Allah loves for the blessings to be seen. And there are hadith regarding Inna Allah jamilun yuhibbul jamal, Allah is beautiful and He loves beauty. And there are many hadith concerning having things which are nice, looking presentable, looking handsome. It's not haram in Islam. But at the same time, you looking nice, you looking presentable should never be a means of tarafu', in which there's a clear distinction of class and how you conduct and carry yourself because of your clothes. Now, things are a bit different nowadays. You can buy different brand name clothes, fancy clothes, imitation clothes. You have different websites in China. Things are a little different. But back then, in the old ancient days, you could clearly see what class or what level a person was on by how he dressed. Noble, aristocrat, a peasant, farmer, a slave. It was crystal clear. And subhanAllah is a story with regards to, if I'm not mistaken, the Second Crusade. Okay, in Jerusalem, you have the Western Crusaders from France, from Germany, from England, from Italy. And of course you have the Turks, the Arabs, the Kurds, the different people that fought in that crusade. Saladin, Richard, Lionheart, so on and so forth. So there was a spy that was sent from Western Europe, I believe France. And he was meant to gather information and gather intelligence with regards to the Saracens and Jerusalem and Damascus, what they played, and so on and so forth. So he dressed up as a poor beggar, a pauper, some sick, dirty type of guy. and one of the Turkish Muslims spotted him and realized that he was a spy. And do you know how he realized he was a spy? He saw his sandals. He looked at his shoes, and the spy made an awful mistake. Dirty face, the clothes, like a dirty beggar, but he forgot to put on ripped up, torn up sandals. And he knew that doesn't make sense. There's no way he's this dirty and scruffy with those fine leather sandals. So he followed him, they investigated him, they grabbed him, and subhanAllah, not only did the guy have on fancy sandals, but there were hidden messages in the soles of his sandals. So ash-shahid min al-qissa, the moral of the story is that how you look, how you dress, especially back in the day, meant everything. And certain people couldn't afford, they weren't allowed to wear certain things. So those people who enjoyed that wealth and that status, not only did they have money, could they afford the fine threads, but there was what? There was taraffur. There was, you see it. I'm a noble aristocrat. How dare you come near me? How dare you ask me? Don't touch me. Get off me. You're dirty. You're filthy. Go to the fields. Go work. So how the people dressed, it was a means of flaunting their wealth and throwing it in people's faces and looking down upon people. So that is to be shunned. So if you have something nice, if you have something fancy, if you look handsome, mashallah, glasses, a ring, a watch, nice car, you look nice, that's fine. But your character is going to speak volumes. And subhanAllah, when you travel and you deal with people, you'll see people wearing nice suits. You'll see people smelling good and looking nice, but they'll hold a door for you. Or you drop your wallet, they'll give you your wallet. And they have on fancy stuff. And you can see that their behavior is still what? It's low. And there are other people who look like that, and you see they're way up in the clouds. So just because you have something nice doesn't mean it's haram. And it doesn't mean that you're prideful just because you look nice and you have nice things. So there's a balance in Islam. All right, there's a balance. And of course, this virtuous level is that you should humble yourself and lower it as much as you can. Tayyib. No, he says that we previously explained this in previous chapters. Fadl al-ju', the virtue of hunger, wa khushunat al-aish, and the roughness of living. We've explained that. And there's one hadith that he mentions here. Is narrated by Mu'adh bin Anas radiyallahu anh, not Mu'adh bin Jabal, Mu'adh bin Anas, that the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Man taraka al-libasa tawadu'an lillah." Whoever leaves off clothes, yani libas fakhir, muzayyan, he who leaves off fineries for the sake of Allah, not the people, but the sake of Allah, وَهُوَ يَقْدِرُ عَلَيْهِ, and he can't afford it. If I wanted to, I could wear the finest of the finest, but I choose not to. دَعَهُ اللَّهُ يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ, on the day of judgment, Allah will call out to him, عَلَى رُؤُوسِ الْخَلَائِقِ, in front of all of the created beings. Allah will call out to him, حَتَّى يُخَيِّرَهُ, and he would say, pick any of the robes of paradise you wish. Which silk would you like to wear? Which clothes would you like to wear in Jannah? Go ahead, pick. Just think about that now. On a day of judgment. And this hadith is collected by Imam Tirmidhi, who said Hasan, hadith 1 Hasan. So the highlighting point of the story, وَهُوَ يَقْدِرُ عَلَيْهِ. You wear bummy, shabby clothes because you can't afford them, versus I can afford them, but I choose to dress humbly. And dressing nice, being clean, smelling good, having iron clothes, it doesn't require wealth. It doesn't require wealth. You can have 2 clothes, 2 shirts, and still be clean. Islam doesn't support being dirty and smelling bad. You can iron your clothes. It takes you 5 minutes to iron your shirt. That's not the message. Let alone you may have to represent Islam if you're a leader, if you're a speaker. Sheikh has to be handsome. This is well known. Have you ever seen, honestly, this is a serious question, Mukhtar. Have you ever seen a scholar that wasn't handsome? Think about it. Billah alayk. Have you ever seen a sheikh that wasn't handsome? Sheikh Imtiaz? Think about it. Have you ever seen a sheikh that was unsightly?
Some of them need to wear niqab.
معلش في الغالب على الأقل. طيب, in most cases the sheikh is what? لا شك في ذلك. Allah blesses him, right?
Not a living proof.
لا